everybody is well, and today I'm going to be doing a topic about autism and suicide, and this article was from the Huffington Post website, which I will attach the link in the video description, and it's called Horrific Suicide Rate Amongst Autistic Community Must Be Tackled, MPs Demand. It says the suicide rate is among the autistic community the highest than in any other wider community. The UK government are calling for more support for those on the autistic spectrum who have mental health issues. This is a call from the SNP, Dr. Lisa Cameron. She is also backed by MP Anne Trevelyan and has questioned whether the NHS are serious about tackling this issue. A 2016 survey in Sweden found suicide to be a leading cause of premature death in people with autism spectrum conditions. While research from Coventry University in 2014 shows 66% of adults newly diagnosed with Asperger's syndrome contemplated ending their own lives. One issue is that GPs are unaware of how to send patients to get help or treatment and is not being picked up early enough. There needs to be more information and more clear pathways of signing them to support. It is also true to note that people on the autistic spectrum might not come forward to talk about it. Research carried out in 2007 that 1 in 4 people in the UK will have a mental health issue. According to the National Autistic Society, more than 70% of those with autism have mental health issues at some point in their lives. In May 2018, Dr. Sarah Cassidy led a clinical study into mental health and autism and warned that there is a worryingly high prevalence of people with autism contemplating and taking their own life. She continued to say that there are significant differences with suicide and autism than suicidal thoughts of the wider population, and that their behaviour will be different. The models that are currently used to be the thought for those with autism and policy to be adjusted accordingly. The approaches need to be reflected across all services. Anne Trevelyan said that her son is autistic and going to a GP can be really difficult for autistic people because of the strange environment, the smell, the unusual lighting, the rules that cannot be easily escaped. You get a 10-minute appointment with a stranger who asks you the most unclear questions like, how are you doing? You clam up to panic or use the first answer in your head rather than the issue you've came to be talked about. If you have anxiety or depression, that makes leaving the house a battle. Seeking medical help becomes a battle and becomes impossible. The NHS did a 5-year forward review for mental health. This recommends the development of autism-specific care pathways. This was a proposal last February that was meant to start early in 2018. It has not been made clear yet whether this project has still been happening or is going ahead. The National Autistic Society welcomes the report and the debate, stating that families having problems or lack of support, whether at school or whether at work. And finally, I'm going to be doing my own thoughts on this, so my personal perspective on autism and suicide. I've lost one of my closest friends to suicide, who is also autistic, and it was sad to hear that he had failed to get the appropriate support in time. I do worry about the lack of support for people on the autistic spectrum. The mental health services do not seem to have a clue or seem to understand. I think it's important that the mental health services listen to people with autism and depression to talk about their experiences of how the mental health services can help, rather than assuming they know what's best for us or what they think is best. I have attached some help support links if you feel that you need help or would like some support, and please know that you're never alone, and please seek help if you feel this way. Thank you for watching and listening. Please give it a like, please comment, please share, and please subscribe. Bye guys.